It may seem strange, but I think the famous indie game Undertale and the classic Disney movie Tarzan have very similar storyline. Just recently I was listening to the Tarzan soundtrack. When I was starting to think about my Undertale game, I had just got through the Flowey the Flower boss fight, playing through Pacifist, which of course is when you don't murder a single character. And the two mixed and I got to thinking, they're pretty darn similar. Let me elaborate. In Undertale, you're a nameless, up until the end of the game, genderless character who falls down a hole to the underground, a place probably long forgotten by humans, and immediately a deadly creature, Flowey the Flower, tries to kill you, right? So we got this far, let's compare with Tarzan. In Tarzan, there's this infant, who's named Tarzan by Kala, and is thrown into this new world, not to mention left to die lying in a cradle in a treehouse on an unknown island. And immediately a tiger tries to kill him. But he's saved by the mother figure, who in this case is Kala, who takes you in as her own. Toriel. I think you guys get the picture. Let's move on. We have our mothers, Toriel and Kala, and we have our enemies, Flowey and the tiger. Who else could there be? What about the father figures? What about this new world our character is introduced to? Tarzan is raised in this strange world to his species, and learns the customs and language, though he never knew much else, and grows up with a father who has always been hostile and distant. Our character in Undertale is trapped in the underground, and must learn the customs and ways of the monsters, and who also has a sort of father figure, though we don't know it until the ending, who is built up to be this big and powerful final boss, but also a pretty soft guy, which is also revealed to be true about Tarzan's father figure before he dies. So we have the same beginning, father, mother, and enemy, same type of world and bringing up. What about the side characters? Tarzan's childhood friend, Turk, a smart aleck comedian type, could be a comparison to Sans, one of our first friends in Undertale. And Papyrus could also be a comparison to Tantor, but that one is a little far-fetched. But there are two primary friends for both characters. And how about Jane, her father, and Clayton, who are their doppelgangers? Jane could very much be Alpheus, again, this is far-fetched, but an interesting comparison. And her father, the Curious Adventurer, could be compared to Mettaton, I guess. But Clayton could definitely be compared to Azrael, a villain brought back to life by Dr. Alpheus, or in the case of Tarzan, he's hired by Jane, who is revealed in the ending to be the real enemy. And in both characters' endings, they reach a freedom. Tarzan, though he isn't able to reconnect with human society, finds his joy in where he grew up. But now he has Jane as his partner. And our character in Undertale reaches the surface alongside his new lifelong friends, though he also would have been content living with them in the underground. In conclusion, this is a stupid comparison. Of course these two stories have nothing to do with each other, besides the storyline differing in sameness. Just thought it'd be fun to think about.